Welcome to Earthlings, a series of short videos intended to heighten appreciation of the natural world. I'm Tasman Rosenfeld, and nature is my passion. As you can see, I have an Areolamax californicus on my face, a giant banana slug, and it actually hurts a little bit because he's eating my eyebrow hair. Banana slugs are one of the main detritivores in the moist redwood forests of the Pacific Northwest. As they are susceptible to dehydration, they cover themselves in a mucus layer. Predators will often roll them in soil to avoid the slime. So what we have here is actually my lifer Tanicha granulosa, which is the rough-skinned newt. This semi-aquatic amphibian spends most of its life in small bodies of water, or on the forest floor where it eats small insects. It also possesses a highly potent tetrodotoxin, the same toxin that is found in pufferfish. Their only predators are actually garter snakes because many of them actually possess a resistance to the toxin. As prey, the newt populations become more and more toxic, while the predatory snake populations become more and more resistant. This creates a feedback loop that biologists call an evolutionary arms race. This is actually the most toxic caudate in North America. A classic example of aposematic coloration, the newt advertises its toxicity to potential predators. There have been several documented human fatalities by people who have been unfortunate enough or stupid enough to consume this species. Along with other garter snakes, this chiefly diurnal reptile has the widest ranging diet of any snake species. Unlike those other garter snakes, however, this species is less reliant on water and will rarely be found in it. This salamander is endemic to the Santa Cruz Mountains, where it prefers moist but not wet hillside habitats. Like other plethodontids, it respires via its skin and mouth tissues rather than lungs. Like its very closely related cousin, Tanicha granulosa, the California newt, Tanicha terrosa, produces a quite potent tetrodotoxin. Its primary predator is also the garter snake. This species occupies an ecological niche that is very similar to the rough-skinned newt, with the key difference that it is tolerant of less humid climates and spends less time in the water. This allows it to range further south. They also appear quite similar when encountered, but typically granulosa is a little bit darker, and on its eye, under its pupil, there's a little black line. I'll give you a close-up in a second. Note that there is no vertical line beneath the pupil. Here, however, there is one. Tanicha terrosa happens to be my favorite North American caudate species. What I'm holding here is an Ensatina salamander. Ensatina is Schultzii. There are two Ensatina subspecies present in the Bay Area. The Oregon Ensatina is found in the redwood forests north of the Bay, and ranges up into southwestern British Columbia. Typically brighter in coloration with yellow eyes, the yellow-eyed Ensatina lives in the hills south of the Bay. Both subspecies are harmless Batesian mimics of the toxic Tanicha newts. I hypothesize that their red and orange coloration also helps to disguise them as roots when they are babies. Just flipped this alligator lizard. Really didn't expect to find any of these guys. They're super cool. Like most small to medium-sized lizards, the San Francisco alligator lizard is primarily insectivorous. To defend themselves, they will often bite the aggressor or drop their tail as a decoy. What I'm holding are California slender salamanders, Batrachoceps attenuatus. This small salamander is the most common caudate species in the state of California. They are often encountered under logs and rocks, where they eat the insects that also live in those microhabitats. The California giant salamander is the largest terrestrial salamander in the world, growing to lengths just over a foot. Endemic to Central California, they inhabit creeks at the bottom of ravines forested with redwoods. They are a species of special concern and can be quite hard to find. An invasive species in Northern California, the blue gum tree can be found all across the Bay Area and in pockets elsewhere across the state. The exposed parts of this tree are toxic and therefore inedible to native fauna. Additionally, the dry bark is remarkably flammable, which is a serious issue in California, as you might imagine. Overall, I had a wonderful time in the state of California. It's one of my favorite places in the world, and I can't wait to go back and learn more about its ecology. Thank you for watching this episode of Earthlings.